Welcome to Football Manager 2017, my game with Wigan, currently in the year 2034, and this is my third league game of the season in the Championship. Surprisingly, I have won the first two, considering I'm a favourite for relegation this year, although that was probably based on the squad I had when I came up. It has been strengthened significantly since then, but I'm playing Norwich, who are below me, because everybody's below me, and I may not get a chance to gloat about this again this season, so for the moment I'm gloating the fact everybody in this division is below me. So far this season I've managed to win all 6 of my friendlies, then 2 league games and 1 League Cup game. Norwich appear to play in bright yellow and a 4-4-2 formation. I know nothing about them. My team is going out pretty much the same as it always has up to this point. These are my current midfield. In fact, the team that went up last season, Kennett was in goal, Harwood was kind of a bit player in the right wing back, and Dan Turner and Chamberlain were there for the latter half of the season. Beyond that, pretty much everybody else who played for me last year, and there's some of them who wanted me to improve the squad. Well, I've improved it to such a degree that most of my old squad are no longer playing. They're all either sat on the bench, or there's people like Brewster, who's been suspended since the start of the season, not in the squad at all. But it's going well, and I'm kind of reminded of Jimmy Johnson when he took over the Dallas Cowboys in, whenever it was, the 90s sometime. I read a biography, I read a book written by somebody who went into depth about those Cowboys, and the coaching staff for the Cowboys had a really great pre-season their first year, and they thought, oh, maybe this team isn't as bad as we thought it was. Then they lost all but 1 game that year. So my pre-season form should not be an indicator of how good my team actually is, because it is still iffy. But my wonderful left back Lajara scored a hat-trick last time. He's on loan from Watford. He's been the surprise of the season up to this point. Oh, and apparently this time we're going to try and kick James West off the park. I'm good with that. I don't mind it if we actually manage to kick someone off the park. Let's be nice and assertive and carry on where we left off. A very pretty Norwich ground, with what they call themselves, the Canaries, and the yellow and green. At least it's a unique strip. You tend to know when you're playing clubs like Norwich, just like when I played Blackpool in the pre-season. Their strip is so unique compared to everybody else's in the league, you tend to notice them. And one of the reasons I may eventually leave Wigan is to find a club with a better strip, because their Wigan strip is boring. I'm sure that normal Wigan fans don't feel that way, but I do. Whoa, that was a heck of a good shot. Kind of weird seeing Kennett dressed in black in goal. There again, his usual yellow or green strips obviously won't work against Norwich, but he looks like he's dressed in the same colour as the referee. Oh, okay, apparently Norwich are just going to start taking free kicks from just outside my penalty area for the highlights of this game. And I still worry when we try and play it out from the back. I know I shouldn't, because all highlights to this point haven't showed a problem with me playing the ball out from the back. However, having played enough football and watched enough football to see that teams that aren't that great playing the ball out from the back frequently mess up, and I know my team isn't that great, So I'm kind of paranoid about that. I'm paranoid about a lot of things, but currently that one. Okay, what's my wonderful left back going to do? I know they're wing backs, but I tend to call them left backs because I always have. Well, here he goes again. Man that scored a hat-trick last time can pass it nicely to their goalkeeper. Oh, good through ball. Now, if you can just cross it. You did. That looked like handball to me. The defender handled that, I'm sure of it. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen when I play the ball out from the back. It's one of my players is going to hoof it up to the middle of the park, right into the path of one of their players. The passing is good, I must admit, from my side. The shooting, however, is still woeful. The shooting from anywhere around the 18-yard box is woeful. Oh yeah, they've got a guy in the Norwich team called Medic. So if somebody gets injured, you can just shout Medic and he'll come running over. Sorry. Watched too many Vietnam War films in my life. Constant screams of medic. Well, it hasn't exactly been a thrilling first half. There's nothing particularly bad or horrible about the way either side has played, but not exactly what I call scintillating viewing. I thought that was going to go over Kennett's head for a second. Yep. In a pretty lacklustre first half. Well, let's be nice and assertive. Tell them they can still come out with a win. He's playing badly. Perez, you're not having a great game. Well, that gives Kieran Whittaker a chance to have a go. You're fine. And Dean Turner, you're not having a great game. Let's put Jamie Slaughter on up front. And apart from the fact I'm top of the table after 2 games, and I'm going to keep harping on about that fact, is if I've been told 3 games into the league season I was drawing 0-0 with Norwich with his Wigan side, I would have said that's a wonderful thing and we should be happy. Oof, that was close. Holding my breath then, hoping he wouldn't actually hit the target. Wedderburn, I haven't seen much of Wedderburn so far this game. Seen Obi and Heaton a lot, passing the ball backwards and forth. Chamberlain through to the wonderful left back, who's going to... Oh, he's going to cross it. Nice goal, Wedderburn. Great cross. I thought he was going to have a blasted shot that either hit the goalkeeper or went wide. But no, he beautifully pulled it back. Slaughter could have had a go, but he left it for Wedderburn, who slotted it away. I'm still top of the table. It's the little things that give me pleasure in life. No sarcastic or filthy comments, please. Oh, good tackle. Wedderburn, from having a pretty insignificant first half is suddenly becoming quite noticeable in the second half. Now, if ever there'd been a time for ball over the top, Harwood, it would have been about 10 seconds ago. Just like that would have been a good one there. Oh, there. Well done. You finally got the ball over the top, and Slaughter, you failed to control it. And yet somehow fortuitously it fell to Wedderburn. I like that, the commentary says Heaton the architect. Really, but it was the architect for the first three ball, but that was more Martin the architect there. Yes, and those Norwich players should hold their head in their hands after that dreadful bit of defending. Of course, I'm going to claim all the credit for this wonderful victory if it stays a victory. After those inspired half-time substitutions that changed the format of the game, it was all down to me. Nothing to do with the players, just purely down to me. Because it's always about me. Oh, okay, you delayed the three ball, Heaton, but okay. Unfortunately, my left back is not going to be as on target as he was the last game he played. Or one of the last couple of games he played when he scored 3 in the same game. Try the same thing again, apart from he can't get to the ball this time. Oh, Martin the screw up. Can he screw up again, Martin? Apparently you can. Oh, good shot, Chamberlain. To hit the bottom of the post. You even heard it hit the bottom of the post that time. Apparently Norwich can't get out of their own half. Can you get a cross in, Chamberlain? No. Are Norwich finally going to make it out of their own half? No, apparently not. Ah yes, Norwich have now crossed the halfway line, and with a good cross as well. Yikes. That was dangerous. Oh, unlucky. Great save. I am actually thinking that this left back is destined for a great career at Watford or wherever he came from, Watford, assuming he goes back there, because he has looked a class apart in the last 3 games I've seen him play. They can stay on. I was thinking of taking Heaton off. He's starting to get a bit tired, but he can stay on for a little longer. Why disturb a winning formula unless I have to? Or if you prefer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Another decent shot from Chamberlain. Chamberlain's good at hitting the target, or getting it on target. I will admit that. Well, Whittaker didn't look too outclassed, neither did Jamie Slaughter, so at least I can have a bit of confidence in those two coming on as subs in the future. Good shot. That was a well taken shot. Even I am willing to sit here and praise them. Ooh. And Brentford are beating Middlesbrough 6-1, I think that was flashed up in the top right hand corner. Which is kind of impressive, because I just about beat Brentford, which means either Middlesbrough suck or they've had a couple of players sent off in that game, because Brentford weren't that impressive. that worked out rather well, I must admit. Wedderburn got player of the match. I'll be calm about this. West, their danger man did nothing, and mine did a reasonable job. Brentford, well, there's the results. 6-2 in the end. Middlesbrough. I mean, I'm trying to frequently get their players who can't break into their squad on loan to me. Same with Birmingham, who are down in 16th. And I'm the only team with 9 points. I'm still on top. Yes, now I'll be gloating about that for some time to come. We cruised to a 2-0 victory. I wouldn't say it was a cruise, but we looked better in the second half than we did in the first. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching me continue my march to dominance in the Championship. Before it all goes horribly wrong, I start fading down the table. But for now, it's looking good. And hopefully I will see you down the road.